family caregiver is someone who is unpaid, either taking care, an adult child taking care of their aging parent, or a spouse taking care of their husband or wife. And they do this selflessly. So oftentimes people don't identify with the term caregiver. They don't think of themselves that way. They're either an adult child caring for their aging parents, or a spouse who's caring for their husband or wife. And it really doesn't have to be a family member either. It can be a very dear friend who is caring for someone. It's that relationship that's really the important piece here that makes them a caregiver.
An estimated 44 million Americans provide 37 billion hours of unpaid care and assistance to family, friends, and neighbors over the age of 50. About 1/4 of that figure also have dependent children. 75% of all family caregivers are women. The economic value of this unpaid labor is at least $380 billion. 60% of caregivers are employed full-time outside the home in some capacity and trying to find a balance between being productive employees while being responsible caregivers. This is challenging now and will become more challenging as the nation's population ages, the majority becoming over 65, and caregiver demands increasing. Do you know how many of your employees are family caregivers and the extent to which they're involved in elder care? Did you know that the impacts of caregiving can seriously affect your employees' performance and your business? It's important that you know because annual productivity losses to employers because of the demands of family caregiver responsibilities runs into billions of dollars. As much as 30% of all working caregivers leave their jobs resulting from caregiving responsibilities, losing career opportunities, reducing future earnings, and causing expensive consequences for employers. Providing a variety of workplace supports for caregivers can significantly reduce these costs. But first, it's useful to understand the kinds of demands, pressures, and complex situations that caregivers face.
Caregiving can be very difficult. I receive phone calls from adult children who are working a full-time job and then go home afterwards and are doing laundry and shopping and financial business affairs for their aging parents, and they're really struggling to find resources to help them. It really does create a lot of stress and tension for them because they're trying to be very present at their job and still try and figure out how they're going to continue to maintain their caregiving role in their off hours.
About 1/3 of all caregivers are sandwich caregivers, who not only care for an elderly parent, but also for their own dependent children. Family dynamics can add another complication to an already overwhelming mix of factors. How many of your employees exhibit these behaviors? You can find out by surveying your employees. Module 5 has information on how to access an easy-to-use, confidential online survey tool to understand the extent of your employees with caregiver responsibilities. If you don't know, you can't help them.